to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 66 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There goes Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 55 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first down throw for Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They run the counter with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
61, match box, light.
3rd and long for Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Brings up third and 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Switch. 22, Jet, Bama. 22, Jet, Bama.
SOS.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On third down, Mark Ingram. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Watch the twitch. Ready, go.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Pass down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. 47 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Let's go, Abby. Let's go, Abby. Tell me what you got. What you got, Abby?
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Right there.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.